It is 7 o'clock in the Manitoba time zone, 5 o'clock on the Pacific coast, and 8 o'clock Eastern. And we are going live here on Things That Matter and two other platforms. This is 30 minutes of Doc Talk with my co-host, Judy Friesen, who will be joining me in studio in just a few minutes. And we have two other guests as well. I have been wanting to do this podcast for some time. We're going to talk about an inside out, outside in, 24/7 skincare treatment that is 98% natural. And as I like to say, what's in your wallet? What's in your skincare? Let's talk about that. Let's get going right now. Well, a good afternoon and an early good evening to some of you. My name is Carl Krebs. I'm the host and the creator of Things That Matter. And on our Thursday segment, we are in episode 4 of Doc Talk with Judy Friesen. And before I bring her on the stage here, I want to tell you I'm excited to do this because, ladies, gentlemen, men and women, skincare treatment. Wow. What a big business, and how important is it what you're putting on your skin? And we're going to talk about that tonight. And at the end of the program, I have a very special guest I want you to meet. And she just brings the point home about how important skincare is. So without further ado, please welcome to the stage my co-host and good friend, Judy Friesen. Welcome, Judy. How are you?
Hey there, Carl. Good to be with you again tonight. I'm excited about this program, and I think that we're going to learn a lot.
Absolutely. Let's just start off with some basic information about people, how big the global market is for skincare products. And any one of you can Google it. I've heard it stated. I've listened to presentations on it globally. The skincare market can be as big as, I'm told, $110 billion. Does that just not blow you away, Judy? Hello, Judy. There you
Carl,
go.
I'm not sure I heard every yeah. We're having a little bit of technical difficulties, but we'll roll with it. But yeah, the skincare market is a huge industry, and more people are really understanding that it really matters what you put on your skin, because it actually goes through your skin into your bloodstream. And a lot of people are looking at ingredients. They're watching everything that they're putting on, and they're realizing that probably 80 to 90% of stuff out there is actually bad for you, not just for the skin, but also for internally inside your body.
Yeah. We've, as I was saying, you might have missed it. The 110 billion is the estimate globally for the skincare market. And in North America, just under 23 billion or 22 billion. And in 1 year, from 23 to 24, it's scheduled to jump almost $1 billion. So this tells us something. It tells us how important it is for men and women, and I'm probably going to say mostly women, that are concerned about how can I get rid of my flaws. Now, let me tell you what I mean by flaws before you jump to any conclusions. We're talking about fine lines and wrinkles. And that's important because, and how can you do it naturally? Because, Judy, you and I are committed to talking about natural and healthy products as we do on this show. Over to you. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I just missed that last part, Carl, but I am really excited about, it cuts in and cuts out. So we'll just roll with it. But I'm really excited about what this technology is, and there's nothing like it on the market. And that's because, as you keep saying, it's a really good thing to drive home, which is it's from the inside out and outside in. What in the world do we mean by that? Well, it's about this light technology that Lifewave has invented, where we're talking about wearing a portable light therapy patch that you wear on the body. And that's why it helps the skin plus the inside of you. So we talk about the outside and the inside, because when you have light going in as a technology, it's able to help stimulate the important cells in your body so that you can actually have renewal and regeneration. And it's all natural. There's nothing going into the body when you're wearing these portable light therapy patches from Lifewave. There's nothing going into the body. It's all natural. There's no medicine, there's no supplement, but it's light going through the skin, which is very, very safe. And
right.
these patches
And
have
in
made
addition
a
to the
huge
patches,
difference in my life, in the life of many people that I know.
okay, it's unfortunate we're having some technical
Say that
overlap
again.
here, but I want to say it's it's unfortunate we're having technical glitches tonight on such an important program. But what I want to say is, in addition to the patches, we're talking about the Alavida Skin Trio, which comprises the Alavida patches, which is, again, our wearable light photo light therapy patches. In addition to that, we have a daytime and a nighttime cream, which we want to talk about. But what we really want to focus on is that what's in this product, what's in the creams, what's in the patches. And there is a website we want to encourage you to look at. Now, I might get this wrong. It's either Dirty Thinking, but I think it's Think Dirty. When I first heard it, I was shocked by the name, but it's basically a way to scan your UPC codes on your skincare products and to tell you what's actually in it. So, as they say on Capital, the Visa or the credit card ad, what's in your wallet? I like to ask what's in your skincare treatment, because you already said it, Judy. Our skin is very porous and very easily absorbs what's put into it. And just talk a little bit about that, and then maybe perhaps we're going to introduce this video and just give you guys a little bit of oversight into what the Lifewave Alavida Trio is all about. But talk about the nature of our skin as an organ.
Yeah, the skin is one of our largest organs. And a lot of people have the misunderstanding that it's like you're wearing a wetsuit and nothing can penetrate it. But that's actually farthest from the truth. Your skin actually absorbs environmental toxins, any kind of creams, lotions, soaps, whatever you put on the skin, and it actually seeps through the skin and gets into the bloodstream. So that's why we don't want to put on inferior, cheap kind of products. But even before we get to the video, Carl, I was thinking about how Lifewave technology has made such a difference that you need the foundation to your health, so that then when you've got health running through your body, then this transformation, this change in our skin can show up. But before we get to that part, I've got a guest that's waiting in the back room.
Yes.
And I think she wants to tell us a little bit about, not necessarily about the skin per se, but about her overall general health with this wearable technology. It's really called wearable wellness. I love the two W's, wearable wellness. And so
go ahead. Introduce her. Let's bring her on.
So I have a friend. Her name is Staycee, and she has given us some of her time to come on and let us know about how she's feeling. Staycee, welcome to the show. So good to have you. Hi there, Staycee. Can you hear us? Okay. She's not able to hear us.
Go ahead, Staycee. Okay.
So go
ahead.
Welcome
to the show,
Staycee.
Thank you, Carl.
So, Staycee, we would love to hear what it was that attracted you to this technology called Lifewave.
Well, my whole life I've had a passion for health and wellness, nutrition, everything healthy, anything around.
All right. Sorry for that. We are having some real challenges here today. Staycee, if you can hear us, I think you heard Judy's question. So please go ahead and share with us what Lifewave has meant to you.
Yeah, I can hear you, Carl. So, but Judy asked me a different question.
Go ahead.
Okay. So I've always been into nutrition and health and well-being and everything that you can do natural to take care of yourself in a healthy, happy way, because we're all on this planet with all of our everything that works against us. And there's just a lot more these days. And along with aging, it's just amplified. So staying healthy, for me personally, I have a lot that I need to do to take care of my work and my house and my everything that people take care of. So I was on vacation, and when I heard about Lifewave from a friend of a friend that I'd met on a plane, it was just a series of events that were pretty incredible, led me to a woman talking about the stem cell patch. And I was lit up inside when I heard about it, because everything that I've done in my acupuncture, massage, yoga, Ayurvedic, everything you can go down the line, I've done it my entire life. There's nothing that can touch the stem cells. So I was really excited and knew I had to know more. So I got introduced to Judy and spent 3 hours on the phone with her the next day while I was on vacation. It was the best vacation of my life.
It's. I always say there's no chance happenings, only divine appointments. And to speak to you before we got on the show tonight, to hear your enthusiasm and to know your background, this really meshes well with what you believe and what you've been doing. Is that how you see it? That this is an added complement to everything you've been doing?
Oh yeah, I mean, it's like I said, it's a piece that nothing else can touch. Nothing else touches the stem cells or reactivates the stem cells that have gone dormant or sleepy or lazy or just retired. To have a product that can yoga is good. All the other things are good, all the other modalities, but stem cell stuff is pretty incredible. And there's a lot we don't know, and I'm just learning myself, but I'm just super excited about it.
If I can ask you a question here, of all the things you heard before you decided to jump in, what was the one thing that really lit you up? As you said, this seems like the penny dropped at some point. What was it that you heard or believed, or perhaps were looking for, that you saw in Lifewave where you said, I gotta be in on this one?
It was my own journey being a hairdresser for almost 50 years, I hate to say, but I have, joint issues in my hands just from working scissors in a comb all day and standing on my feet. And I think that was the first thing, was about, I was thinking as I was going on vacation, because I've always done everything to keep all those things that are bothering you at bay, and I manage it. But I really wanted to get better, because I want to do everything that I do happily, not begrudgingly, or feel like I'm, I just want to do things happily. And I've noticed the difference between when you have to do something and it's a job, and it's not just my work, but it's preparing for my work, everything that we do in our lives to prepare for what we need to do. But to be able to be excited, to have the stamina, the energy, the enthusiasm to do those things, and then enjoy your day. So it was about myself initially, looking for, when I get back, I really need to figure out what I can do. I really need to go bigger, with just then keeping things at bay. And then, so when I heard stem cell, it's not even anything I knew a lot about, but it was something that when I heard it, I couldn't unhear it. And I needed to
I
know
like
more.
that. I couldn't unhear it. So let's put a timeline here. How long have you been using the Lifewave phototherapy patches? How long have you been on the patches?
It'll be 3 weeks.
Okay. And in that time period, what would you identify as something that has changed, or perhaps an improvement? Is there something you're starting to smile, so there might be a
my
couple.
energy is just the biggest thing is probably my energy. I always, when I was younger, had a lot of energy and would be excited about things, and just lit up. And so that is back. And I thought that part was gone, because for a long time it was. And I just thought, well, that was how I was when I was younger, but I'm not that way anymore. So I need to, I was tired at the end of the day. I need to go and lay down on my infrared mat and put my feet up, before I fixed dinner and did the rest of my evening. But I was tired. And I thought, I can't go out and listen to music anymore after work, because it's just, that's what you do when you're young and have more energy. And when you're older, you have to rest. I only work 3 days a week, but my days are intense. So managing my energy, and also, how much I can really do physically. So my energy has just people go, how much coffee do you drink? And I say, I don't drink coffee. But I'm just super excited about every day and what I've got to do in my life. And I wake up and I'm, kind of can't wait to get going, just like when I was younger.
Judy, you have a question to ask? I know we're having some technical problems. I don't know if you're hearing us all, but I'd like you to get the next question over to Stacey.
I'm hearing you. Yeah, I think that the main thing is to ask Stacey, have you, being a hairdresser, have you noticed anything at all with your hair? Because you're the expert with knowing about your hair. What have you noticed, if anything?
I think you asked me, Judy, about my hair experience I talked to you about recently.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So my hair has been falling out for probably about the last 6 years. I used to have really big hair, and I had to kind of, when I wore a beanie, it was good because it kind of toned it down. Everybody else, nobody wants to wear a beanie because it makes their hair flat. For me, it was like, no, that's good. So, but I've lost a lot of hair in the last 6 years, and didn't know why, but I've always taken a ton of supplements and, everything that I could do again. But I've noticed in the last 3 weeks, like I was washing my hair today, and usually a ton of hair comes out when you put conditioner on. It's just a normal thing. People, tell me that all the time. It's like, it's normal. When you put conditioner on, you're going to get hair in your hands. And I used to have a whole wad in my hands, and I would wad it up and I would stick it on the shower wall, because heaven forbid it go down the drain, because I don't want to clog up my drain. Right. That's another job.
Right.
But today I know there's like 6 hairs. I mean, literally, it's like, I'm like, is that for real? So I'm also excited about, wow, maybe I'll get my hair back from my youth.
Very good. Excellent.
You know what, Judy? I want to turn that question to you, because I think you have a hair story as well to share here. And we're all approximately in the same age group here. Okay, so we're either close to crossing the 60-yard line, or we crossed the 60-yard line. And I love what you said. I wonder if you could get back. And life has a way of taking away from us as we get older. But Judy, I want to turn that hair question on to you. Tell us what the products have done for you.
Oh, yeah.
Sure. I actually had the same thing with Stacey, that my hair was falling out. A lot of it is with stress, but I have a black tile floor in our condo. And so you can see my blonde hair, and it's like forever sweeping up, and it was just irritating in the drain. And as Stacey said, like, you don't want it to go down the drain. And I was just really worried that my hair was going to thin out and I was going to be half bald and all the rest of it. And then I went to a doctor, and he said, well, I'm going to send you to a dermatologist or whatever. And she looked at me, and she looked at my hairline, and she says, oh, you've got that disease, and I think it's alopecia or something, where your hair is falling out along the crown of your head. And she says, you need to have injections of cortisone or whatever they were going to do. And I went, no, thank you very much. Well, I found out about Lifewave shortly after that, when I had said no to her. She told me I could use a shampoo that might help, but like, I was seriously concerned. Like, my hair was literally like falling out. And now the hairdresser says I've got so much hair for someone who is my age. Like, I'm over 66 and I've got all this hair. But what's really happened is that I would have to get the roots touched up every 3 months, because I would have these brown dark roots, but I'm naturally a light blonde from when I was 20 or 30. You're not going to believe it, but after about maybe 9 to 10 months of being on these patches, literally, I looked at my hair and the roots were staying blonde. And I thought, well, I don't have to go to the hairdresser. And then I looked at my color, and I looked underneath, and I thought, my hairdresser told me that I was 80 to 90% gray. And now all the blonde has come back in. So after these 4 years, I have no roots, and all my hair, instead of being all kinds of varied colors, all the blonde has come back in, and it looks like I've got foils naturally.
Okay, so Judy, you have to somehow convince our listeners that you're not coloring your hair, because I think people are thinking you're coloring your hair.
I know, like, literally, I was gray, and I had to color my hair, and now all the natural blonde, this is the way it looked when I was 20 or 30. It's come back in. I haven't had any color for 3.5 years. I've been on the product for 4. 3.5 years, not one line. I used to have these big lines of dark coming in, and it would grow down, 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 down. Then I would say, well, I got to go spend, $100 and get it done again. I saved all this money, and guess what? All that money I've put into these patches, and instead of putting chemicals on my hair, now I'm putting these patches on, which is rejuvenating my body, making it younger, and I look better, and all my age spots that were all over my face are gone as well.
Wow, wow, wow. Amazing. It seems fitting we're talking about this. Staycee being a hairdresser, Judy having the experience and sharing from a woman's perspective. I feel like a little fish out of water here, but I'm in this. I am not giving up on being a part of this conversation as a man.
Carl, I forgot to say the most important thing. All the hairline that was receding, it was really back. All these little tufts of hair started regrowing. And now I've got my hairline back because it was going back like this. All these little bits of hair are starting to regrow again. No kidding.
Wonderful, wonderful. Staycee, I know your time is in real big demand. And as a hairstylist, you've got another appointment coming in here. I would like you to share something to anybody considering the decision you made. What would you say to them as an encouragement to look at Lifewave and what it can do for them? Do you have some even at this point, some wisdom and some encouragement to share with those that are listening and thinking, what is this Lifewave patches like? Tell us, speak to that if you could, please. What would you tell them?
I didn't hear the first part of what you said, Carl, because you're cutting out, but I think you said, what would I say to people?
Yes. What would you share to people that are listening?
I would say, why wouldn't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why wouldn't you?
And
why wouldn't you?
It's all natural. There are no side effects to using any of our products, and the company backs its claims with a money-back guarantee. That's pretty hard to find in any healthcare, I think.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. It's incredible. Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to let you go because I know you've got an appointment coming up, but thank you so much for being in our studio and sharing your story. Keep on going. I love to hear the stories. You know what? I'll leave you with a challenge. As we say, be here a year from now and tell us what that year has been like. It's going to be amazing.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear anything you said, Carl.
I would say let's make sure that we invite Staycee back in a month and then again in 3 months, and we can see the transformation and hear about her stories, because she's going to keep on having excellent improvement in her body, her mind, and her soul. So let's make sure, Staycee, that we have you back on, and let's hear a little bit more about what you're finding with the Lifewave patches. Sound good?
Right. Thanks very much for being with us, Staycee. Have a great rest of your evening.
Thank you, Carl.
Bye-bye.
Sorry, I'm not hearing you very well, but
it's okay.
It's all good. We heard you. All right, Judy. So we're getting near the bottom of the hour, and we call this 30 minutes of Doc Talk. And, we got so excited, we forgot to make our announcement that we always make, that we are not doctors. We are not licensed professionals. We are not providing medical advice. We do not pretend to heal, treat, cure, or diagnose any known disease or illness. And that goes for our Lifewave products. But then tell us why we're here, Judy. Tell our audience why we're doing this Doc Talk.
Oh, we are doing this Doc Talk because we really want to provide natural, easy solutions so that our audience can take control of their own health problems.
Amen. Amen. So let's get into the Alavida Skin Trio. I got so excited, we forgot we had Staycee in the back. Thanks for bringing that forward, because we really did want to hear from her. What an amazing story. I loved hearing her testimony and why she got involved. But do we need to say anything further to bring our Alavida Trio skincare treatment to the stage? I have a video I want to play. How would you like to approach this, Judy?
Hey, let's just basically say that this trio is like none other because Lifewave has come up with a way to not just put something topically, which is all good and all natural, and it really helps. It's helped my skin. But putting something on the skin still doesn't deal with the fact that our bodies are aging from the inside out. And so we need to deal with that part as well. The skin is only going to be as youthful as the whole body. And so by putting on the light therapy patches at nighttime, we're regenerating the whole body, and they're designed to help the skin. These patches are designed to help the skin, collagen, elastin, with sagging skin, with dry skin, with lusterless skin, with aging, with age spots. All of that has to happen from the inside out and put on something good and topical on the top. So we call it the Alavida Trio for a reason, because we've got, number one, the patches that are working on the inside out. Number two, we've got a day cream. And number three, we've got a really excellent night cream. Non-greasy. It doesn't smell strong, so men can use it. There's a very, very light scent to it. But what I'm more excited about, Carl, is that this trio also gives you double for your money. It not only produces and helps you to have better looking skin, but the patches also increase antioxidants. It elongates the telomeres on your cells so that you actually are starting now to recondition your own body to be healthier and younger. It increases melatonin, so you actually sleep better as well. So this video that we're going to watch basically will be a summary of what we've just touched on just now.
All right. That seems like a fitting point where we can bring this video out. Folks, this is just a short video, and I think it'll give you the 30,000-foot view. And then it gets into a little detail. So hang with us and watch this video, please.
Rejuvenate your skin by reinventing the way you treat it. And that begins with a technology that takes a whole new approach to skincare, one that improves the health of your skin from the inside out and the outside in. With 98.6% naturally derived ingredients and a 24/7 approach to skin nutrition, you experience vibrant skin from day one. Alavida, nature and science in perfect harmony. With key ingredients like microalgae oil, rice bran oil, milk peptides, moringa butter, and vitamin C. Working together with our patented proprietary technology to deliver 3 breakthrough products. Introducing the Alavida Regenerating Trio, a moisturizing and anti-aging solution, starting with a daily refresh facial nectar for daytime use when your skin is exposed to the elements. With antioxidants known to protect the skin from visible signs of aging. And nightly restore facial cream for nighttime use when your body naturally heals itself. It helps improve firmness and elasticity and reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. And finally, the Alavida Phototherapy Patch for nighttime use. It uses light to stimulate acupressure points on the skin, which reduces oxidative stress and helps preserve antioxidants in the body, both of which promote the regeneration of your skin's radiance. Developed with a 30-year cosmetic industry veteran, Alavida applies complex science to naturally derived ingredients, proven to have a positive impact not just on the look, but on the health of your skin too. And just as important as the ingredients we put in are the ones we've chosen to leave out. Alavida contains no parabens, sulfates, phthalates, synthetic or artificial fragrances, ureas, artificial colors, or dyes. But most importantly, these 3 innovative products provide immediate and long-lasting results. including a significant improvement in hydration, regeneration of radiance, firmness, and overall appearance. Alavida, a beautiful merging of nature and science. Contact your Lifewave distributor or learn more online today. Lifewave.
Now, in addition to that website that was given, you're seeing streaming across the bottom of your screen, first of all, how to get in touch with Judy Friesen by text, by email, and also another website called myalavida.com, which contains even more information than what we've seen here. Judy, that was an awful lot of information. And I think the thing that really stood out to me when I looked at this product is 98.6% pure. We know we can't get to 100, but gosh, that's close.
Very close, Carl. And people can be assured that every product has been very specially sourced and handpicked to be organic, to be free of pesticides, herbicides, parabens, and all the rest. Like, it is a really, really top quality product. And something like this, if you bought it on the cosmetic store shelf, say at the Bay or wherever, it would be, you know, $300-500 for these kind of high quality creams. And we have a quarter of the price that we're charging. So, like, I don't know why anybody would use anything else, because there is simply nothing that is going to work on the inside and the outside in this kind of a trio system.
Now, I want to be sure I get the number right. So can you tell us what the retail is on this product and how people can save money?
Yeah. So I think I haven't really looked it up in a while, Carl. So I think it's about $250, $275, $279, something in that neighborhood for the trio, which is the 2 months worth of patches and 2 to 3 months worth of the cream. So even if you divide that by 3, let's say it's $100 a month when you pay some taxes and whatever, that would be retail. But there is a way to get it for at least 30 to 40% off of that price when you contact a distributor, what we call a brand partner in the company. We can get you the wholesale price. So I don't know if you want me to share the wholesale price at this point in time, or how people
No, I think what's important is we want to talk about the product, and we're not here to pitch for the company. We're here to make people aware that there is this 98.6% pure ingredient product that's inside out, outside in. And I have talked to a number of people. I've used the product myself. That's why I say I'm not afraid to get into these waters that are predominantly occupied by women. But men, you're just as concerned about your look too. And we have this revolutionary product that was just added to the Alavida lineup. And I want to say that Lifewave is primarily a patch technology company. We focus on that. We're not looking to dive deep into the skincare line. But David Schmidt, being the inventor that he had, saw an opportunity to do what other people, again, haven't done. And that's why we have this Alavida Trio skincare treatment. But talk to us about the eye cream that just was launched on Valentine's this year. That is gaining a lot of notoriety.
Yeah, it really is an excellent addition. It is it's
my apologies there.
No problem. It's a beautiful cream that soaks in well. It's not greasy. It works around the fine lines and wrinkles around the eyes. It reduces the puffiness. I put it on top underneath my eyebrows, which causes lifting, so that, you know how a lot of people, the sagging of your eyelids start to sag over top, you know, and sag right down to your eyelashes. All of that is starting to lift, and it also helps with any kind of sunspots or age spots. So you can even wipe it on other parts of your body, but it's mostly for the eye area. It's specially designed. It is really a lovely, silky, wonderful, soft, and it happens to be blue because it actually has copper peptide in it. And we've talked a little bit about that the patches stimulate the copper peptide that's naturally occurring And copper peptide has been studied for over 50 years by Dr. Lauren Picard to prove it. He's proved beyond a shadow of a doubt with all kinds of clinical studies that copper peptide rejuvenates and heals and does amazing things for the skin.
Yeah, amazing. I want to attempt to bring up a picture here, if I can. Bear with me. No, it doesn't look like I'll be able to do that. But it is featured in the upper right corner of our screen. That's the Alavida eye care treatment. We're at the bottom of the hour, and we say it's 30 minutes, but we're going to go a little further with this because we're just getting to the good parts here. When we talk about the skincare, and thank you, Corolla. We have some people work in the background that are resourcing me, and here in the comments, I believe it was probably Corolla that posted it, that the app we wanted to make you aware of was Think Dirty. That is an app you can locate in your Play Store or in your App Store. And I found it to be amazing. I knew it was something, it had sort of a really iffy title to it, so it wasn't Dirty Thinking or something, but it is Think Dirty. And it's funny because I had some people already use it and they were shocked because what was in the video just now, I think that was important. It says as important as what's in our product is what is also outside, what is not included. Judy, are you familiar with some of those ingredients? Can you speak to some of those things like the parabens and so forth? Because, I think it's valuable to our listeners.
You're absolutely right. What's included in the product is very important, but you have to also make sure you look to see what's not in the product. And so we guarantee that we do not have any parabens, any sulfates, no phthalates, no synthetic or artificial ingredients, no artificial colors or dyes, and no unnatural preservatives. We have natural preservatives so that the cream will stay for a long time for shelf life, but unnatural preservatives are very damaging to the skin. So we do not have any of those things, and particularly the eye cream that's going on very sensitive skin around the eyes. You really want it to be formulated. And David has actually worked together with a very high level clinical lab in the US. These are scientists, these are cosmetic scientists that have helped him to invent this very special product. The other thing I wanted to say, Carl, for our listeners, so it's not confusing, is that the picture in the top right-hand corner shows the Alavida Trio, which is the patches, the day cream, and the night cream. If you want the eye cream, that's over and above. That's not included in the Trio. It comes in a beautiful box, but the eye cream is a separate item that you would then purchase, and it's for an extra price.
Before we bring on our next secret guest, and I think you're going to enjoy this, folks. If you're still with us, you don't want to miss this. Let's talk briefly about the patches, because that's part of the regeneration from the inside out, and that patch is amazing. David Schmidt speaks about it, and many people talk about that they don't go without Alavida. Thanks for having it ready and available to show to us. This patch is just like all of our other patches. It's peel and stick. But let's talk about where it primarily goes as a nighttime application, because that is an amazing part of our bodies. Can you speak to that?
Absolutely. It's very simple. You get a little instruction booklet when you get them in the mail, and they give you two options to place the patch. Nothing is wrong if you place it somewhere else, but the two places that we've done the clinical studies on is right behind the back of your neck at the little bump back there, or you can place it just below the belly button. But there's another place that the inventor has been hearing anecdotally that really makes a difference, which is right between the eyebrows, because that stimulates the pineal gland, and that is the gland that is being stimulated by wherever you place this nighttime patch. It's actually stimulating the pineal gland, so it makes sense. Why not put it right over top of that gland? But it will actually bring homeostasis to your endocrine system, and it does the work of rebuilding your cells and making your skin look lovely.
That is amazing. You know, that area, the pineal gland or the pineal gland, it goes either way. I think tomato kind of thing. But that is in ancient forms. The ancients referred to that area of the body as the seat of the soul. So what we have heard from people is very vivid dreams. In fact, David, admits that sometimes the dreams are so intense that he suggests then relocating the patch. But a lot of people enjoy the restful sleep that they're getting from placing that patch there. I found that just simply amazing.
Yeah, did you know that the pineal gland, or pineal gland, whatever, the pineal gland is actually been called the third eye, because when you get light or sunlight going into that area, it actually goes right through the skin and it affects the gland, and then that gland is connected to the visual cortex. And that is how this whole technology works. It signals molecules and it signals hormones, and it causes all kinds of good things to happen. So that's why it's so important to work with the actual gland that is responsible for helping our well-being, our sleep, and our skin.
Yeah, I just want to make a comment at this point as you talk about the science, and you're alluding to a lot of science. That's what I love about Lifewave. It is entirely rooted. It's in science with more than 80 clinical studies on its products. This is all about science. The testimonials, and you used the word earlier, the anecdotal testimonies that come are the things that we draw these reasonable conclusions from, because people are actually experience this. So let me introduce. Seeing is believing. Amen. Amen. I want to bring to the stage another person who's been using the Alavida Trio for some time, and we're going to welcome Lois Hillier to the stage right now. Hello, Lois.
Oh, thank you. Thanks, Carl.
Well, thank you for joining us. I think we have an echo here. Maybe someone's phone is live here, but is that okay, Lois? Okay, thank you. Great. Lois, I want you to tell our audience when you discovered, when you started using the Lifewave Alavida Skin Care Treatment Trio.
Well, that goes back to 2019 in October. I started using X39 the end of July of 2019. So I used it for 2 months. And then I started adding some of the other patches. And of course, the Alavida Trio was very important to me. So I started using that. So that's how long I've been using it. That's 4.5 years.
How does it make your skin feel? Because I've used it too, and I know what my perception was of it, having it on my skin. But how has it been for you after all these years using it? You've been faithfully using it, correct?
Yes, consistent all the time.
Okay.
Feels wonderful. I mean, like, it's not greasy. It goes right into your skin. Your skin just soaks it up. It's like this. I just always feel when I use it that the skin's saying thank you. You know,
That's a great way to say it. That is a great way to say it.
You feel good.
So
you just feel good when you put it on.
For the cost of the kit, how do you feel it is money-wise, value-wise for you? Because some people say, oh, well, they look at it. Of course, things initially look expensive. But I think the remarkable thing is here how far this kit goes. How has it worked for you?
Well, the patches last me for 4 months because I use them twice. Because we don't sleep for 12 hours, right? And even if we sleep for 8 and then we can use it again the next night, that's what I do. And then the creams, 3 to 4 months. It just one little
little dab on your finger.
Little pump.
It's
a little
isn't
pump,
that
yeah.
Wasn't there a hair cream, brill cream? It's a little dabble, do you? This is what we're talking about.
Yeah, and it, you have enough and to do even the neck, and sometimes I put a little extra, but usually it covers everything, and I mean it covers very well, and
wow,
I just love it.
Wonderful stuff. I wanna have a little fun here because I asked you, and I hope you're giving me permission to share a picture here that you sent me, because I think, as Judy said, seeing is believing, and you sent me a picture which was taken. Was this about 4 years ago? Is that approximately the time frame?
And no, it was a little bit less than that, but
okay. A little
You
less
can see
than that. All right. All right. So we're seeing Lois Hillier today live. And I have to say, you look radiant. And we're not going to
Thank
tell
you.
anybody your age yet. But here is a picture that goes back a few years. When you
Yeah.
look at that, sorry, Judy, for having to bump you out of there, but when you look back at that picture, what's your overall reaction?
Quite a difference, I'd say. I know the hairstyle is a little bit different, so it might throw it
Yeah,
off a
I
little bit.
know. I know, and styles can often change, and of course they do with women about every second week, I think. But
Yeah.
I consider this to be a remarkable improvement,
Yes. I'm
considering
very happy.
this is absolutely. So
And
let's
now
have,
I'm using sorry, if I can say, I'm using
yes,
the eye cream,
yeah.
and I use it here, and I think I've even noticed that I think my eyes, like you say, um, are bigger or
Hmm.
more open.
The eyelids are tighter, so that makes your eyes look
Yes.
bigger when you lift the
Yes.
eyelid. Yeah.
Yes. And right here, I
Yeah.
put it here because I've got some deep. They were quite deep.
Yes.
And you know what?
Yeah.
Already, I've only been using it maybe a month. And up here, I have lines there
Mm-hmm.
too. And they're already not near as deep as they
Softening.
were.
Yeah,
They're a
they're
lot better.
softening for sure.
Yeah, they're
Wonderful.
soft.
Right.
Judy,
Wonderful.
why
Love it.
don't you do the honor of having Lois reveal to our audience what her age actually is? Been verified by driver's license, because when she first told me, and I see these pictures from just a few years ago and today. Judy, go ahead.
Well, Lois, I cannot believe it, but I would say honestly, if you asked me what I thought your age was based on looking at you, I'd say 62, 65. Like that would be the highest I would go. So why don't you tell our audience, honestly, really, how old are you?
Well, that's a real compliment, Judy. I am 76 and I'll be 77 this summer.
That's amazing.
Unbelievable. Literally, you look 10 to 12 years absolutely younger than your age.
you.
Yeah. And that's wonderful.
Well,
Uh,
you know, they say that your age, you can be 10 years older than your age or 10 years younger,
Yes.
even in your
Yeah.
um your body, you know, like just your
Yes.
health wise.
well, I've had the pleasure of being at different events with you, and I want to assure the listening audience that Lois does not wear a lot of makeup. I want you to know that she looks this way every time. And when she first told me her age, I was absolutely blown away. I could not believe, because she often remarks, "I'm the old person in the room," and people don't believe her. But that's her actual age, turning 77 this year. Congratulations, Lois.
Thank
So
you. Thank
before we
thank you
let
to
you
like
go, thank you to
Yeah.
Lifewave. Yeah. Before we let you go, how do you attribute this to how you feel? Because you are using the patches as well. You've been very diligent in using the skincare treatment. Tell our audience how you feel after this many years of being involved with Lifewave.
It's the best thing that ever happened to me. I was in a lot of pain when I started the patches. I had very bad back pain, and I was walking with a cane sometimes, quite a bit. And it's just been a miracle for me. It was wonderful. Um, put that patch on right up here, X39, and within an hour or two, I could feel the warmness in the bottom of my back, and about 80% of the pain had gone away, and I was able to move better. You know, I'm not perfect. Today, but wow, what a difference. And I'm also 5 years, 4.5, almost 5 years older. So
Yeah.
when you're holding, at least I'm going the right way. I'm not going this
Yeah.
down, I'm coming up. So that means a lot. And I just say to people, just check the videos, trust us, look at it, try it. You won't know unless you try it for yourself. It's just a wonderful company, wonderful product. There's nothing like it on the market.
One more
No.
quick story, because we're nearing our time here at the end. you bumped into someone that you hadn't seen in more than 4 years. Just tell us in a minute or less what his reaction was, because he hadn't seen you and you had been there. I think you knew this guy quite well. So tell
I
us the
did.
story quickly.
Yeah, I was there. I guess just when I started to use the Alavida, and I had just started using the X39. I went to see him to his office about 6 months ago, maybe. Anyway, I walked in and he just went, "Oh my gosh, you look so young." He said, "You look way younger. It's about 3 or 4 years since I've seen you, isn't it?" I said, "Yes." And he goes, "Oh my gosh, you look so young." And I said, "Well, thank you." I said, "Well, that's what X39 does." I said, "I guess it works, eh?" And
Oh, wonderful.
he couldn't get over it. He was just ecstatic that
Yeah.
apparently I
Isn't
look
it
so
nice
young.
to surprise people like that?
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining Judy and I on this program and sharing your story. And as I say, I would vote for you as the poster child of Alavida Skin Trio. Congratulations on keeping that youthful appearance and all the other things that you're realizing from Lifewave products. Thanks so much for joining us, Lois.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate that.
Bye-bye. Well, Judy, you got a couple of minutes to wrap up. I know we want to be done here. We've gone way past our time, but it's been a great time. Um, I'd like for you to close out with a few remarks on what we've been talking about and kind of bring it to a summary if you can. It's been a lot of good stuff shared here.
A lot of good stuff. We've had two great guests on, and I just think that Staycee wrapped it up beautifully when you said to her, when you asked her, you know, why would she say that someone should try this? And she just gave a very short answer. Why not? And that's what I would say too, is that you have nothing to lose. The price point is very reasonable. We've got clinical studies, 90 of them, to back up what we are saying, that this product actually stimulates your cells. It increases your body's functioning. You're healthier. You start looking younger. It actually resets your genes. The skincare is phenomenal. And we have hundreds and hundreds of people that have shown the difference from before and after. And I just can't say enough about the company, that it's a legacy company, been around for 20 years. We've got lots of science behind it. It's like, why not? Why not give it a try? If you're looking for something natural, that's non-invasive, that won't interfere with any of your medications that you may be on, if you're tired of taking copious amount of supplements and you want something that will give you a much better health, I can't recommend Lifewave enough.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, Judy, our time is really drawing to an end, and I just want to say it's a pleasure to do this show with you. Your 38 years experience as a health coach and consultant is invaluable, because these are stories we're telling based on actual testimonies. We're not making hypotheticals. We're drawing reasonable lines of conclusion that people can count on. And I absolutely agree with Staycee. Why not? Why wouldn't you go for an all-natural product in a synthetic induced world? The pharmaceutical companies, bless their souls, they're out to sell us another pill. And as one of our oldest members of Lifewave said, the world doesn't need another pill. It doesn't need another jab. It needs
Right.
our bodies to get normal. And you said something earlier about believing that our bodies can heal themselves. Just in 2 minutes, tell us what that means in your mind after all these years of studying health.
Your body has been created by the creator to actually have mechanisms to heal itself. And a lot of that happens at night, by the way. That's why the Alavida patch is so helpful, because it's actually working with your natural body cycle. If your body has the ability to heal, it's never too late. You can be 99 years of age and get results, and you can be much younger. The body is able to clean out, to rebuild and rejuvenate. And that's what our products offer. And by the way, Carl, I don't know if you know this, but for our audience, this week until Sunday, we've got a special surprise that they can actually get a whole full serving of that eye cream for absolutely free if they decide to order 3 months of this patch that we've been talking about, the X39 patch that rejuvenates the whole body. What a deal. What a deal to get the eye cream for free, to get to try it. And that lasts, as I say, a couple months. So it's a really great trial because I think that our clinical studies show that, yes, that in 90% of people who tried these products in 3 weeks got a 90% improvement, visible improvement. 3 weeks.
Thank you for reminding me, because it almost slipped my mind. We do have a special on it.
Yeah.
We have a single product focus in a multi-product company. We highly recommend, as you heard our guest Lois talk about X39, you heard Staycee talk about it. We've talked about it in the past. We recommend that you commit to trying X39 for 3 months. And there's a way that whole 3 months is refundable to you if you're not satisfied with the results. And talk to Judy. Her information is streaming on the bottom there, or get in touch with me through this, wherever you're listening to it. We'll talk about this with you, because we sincerely want you to try our products in the hope that your testimony might just pair up with some of the people here. Judy, thank you so much again. I look forward to doing next week. We're going to talk about something else. And for all of you listening, thank you so much for being with us on this extended version of 30 minutes of Doc Talk with Judy Friesen. Thank you so much. Bye, Judy.
Thanks. Good night. Good night.